Have you ever thought about just enjoying something for what it is? Something that's nice and fun and enjoyable. You don't have to hate it. I was just thinking about that because I saw that on Twitter recently where somebody mentioned how can you be someone who just always hates everything? And that's a great question because I don't know either. I feel like I like talking about things I like too much for me to be always drinking the haterade, being like, oh, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. I don't know. It gets tiring after a while. I feel like I would get exhausted personally. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bit different. Who knows? Hello, everybody. This is That Manga Dude, and welcome to a very special video. This was asked recently, and when I mean recently, I mean as in a couple of days ago. Someone commented on my 12 short manga series that I recommend, and said you should do a part 2 or something akin to that. And you know what? I am obliged to do it because it has been a minute since I did that video, and I have read a lot more manga, and there's been a lot more things coming out, and now I feel ready to be able to talk about more of those kinds of series. So I have, actually, I have 11 series that I'm going to be talking about today. And the way the criteria works for this is that it has to be 5 volumes, so 5 volumes or less. Please note, there are going to be omnibuses, so in technicalities it is longer, but that it is 5 total physical volumes. So you'll see what I mean when we get there. But and also it's important to note that there's going to be no one-shots or no one-volume series. That is a video for another time, which I said last time, but it is true. I will probably be making that also pretty soon as well. So this is gonna be a really fun one. I have 11 really amazing series that I really think you should check out. I recommend wholly, and they're all completely different for the most part, so you will see as I get into it. Let's get started right now. Okay, so the first manga I'm going to be talking about today is a very interesting one because if you had asked me a couple years ago, it wouldn't be on this list. But because it now has a sequel volume, I can officially talk about this one, and that is going to be Go For It Nakamura from Siunde. So there is a second volume called Go For It Again Nakamura, and so that makes us a 2-volume series currently. I don't know if there will be a third one, and I believe there's also an anime that is coming out soon as well, so excited for that. But to give you a quick synopsis, so Nakamura has fallen in love at first sight with one of his classmates, Hirose, but there's a problem. They haven't actually met yet, and Nakamura is a total klutz who might bungle things before they even begin. This series is so silly and ridiculous. This guy is so down bad. Nakamura is so down bad for Hirose. It is hilarious. He's funny, he's ridiculous, and I just love the art style as well. It's very reminiscent of an older style, but still has those kind of newer sensibilities that make it really, really enjoyable to read. It is very funny. If you're looking for kind of a silly rom-com slash school life series, I think you will enjoy this one quite a bit. Okay, so the second volume, or second series I'm going to be talking about is Our Dreams at Dusk, Shimanami Tasagare from Yuki Kamatani. This is a 4-volume series, and it is a very beautiful and very somber, but also very hopeful series. Follows a story about this person here on the front. I will read it on the back here. So not only is high schooler Tasuku Kaname the new kid in town, he's also terrified that he has been outed as gay. Just as he's contemplating doing the unthinkable, Tasuku meets a mysterious woman who leads him to a group of people dealing with problems not so different from his own. In his realistic, heartfelt depiction of LGBT plus characters from different backgrounds finding their place in the world, a search for inner peace proves to be the most universal experience of all. This series hits on so many different levels. It is very emotional. It's going to probably make you cry. If not make you cry, it's going to make you think and, just kind of address your inner feelings about various things. I think its representation of LGBTQ plus struggles and issues is really well done, but please note there is, I would say, quite a few different kind of trigger warnings for the series, so please look it up before you decide to read it if you are easily triggered by a lot of abuse towards LGBTQ plus people. Then I would say probably hold off on this, but if you are willing to take the plunge, it is a really, really well done series. It's very beautiful. The art style is gorgeous. The characters are all well written, and like I said, it ends in a very hopeful way, so I really enjoyed this one. Alright, coming in next, we have ourselves the wonderful series Blue Giant from Shinichi Ichizuka. This is a 10-volume series, 10-volume, but there's 5 omnibuses, so it fits for my criteria. And then let's read the back really quick. Dai lived a normal high school life in Sendai, a city of hot summer days and rainy nights. Between basketball, part-time jobs, and an uncertain future, something was missing. And that thing was music. With his days in senior year running out, Dai swears a heartfelt vow, I'm gonna be the best jazz player in the world. But what do you need to be the best? Talent, effort, a lucky break, or maybe just a deep, pure love for music and too much stubbornness to know when to quit? This series is awesome. What a remarkable series. It's, like I said, it is 5 omnibus volumes, but honestly, even with how big they are, it is so easy to read this series. It is intense, it's awesome, the art style is great, a good mix of like realism as well as like this kind of exciting surrealism. I think it's really great at illustrating just how cool music can look in a visual standpoint. I think the series does jazz music done really well as well. The characters are extremely endearing, especially Miyamoto Dai, because to be completely honest, he kind of sucks at saxophone at the beginning. He's like genuinely really bad. But he puts in all the hard work and all the time and all the practice and all this, and you get to watch him grow as a character as you move throughout this series. There are 2 sequel series that are currently not out in English. I'm really hoping that we do get them. So Seven Seas, let's pick it up. Let's go for it. Let's get ourselves another part of Blue Giant, because yeah, this was amazing. Alright, coming in to another series, and a manga that I have talked about previously on this video type last time around, and that is going to be Shima Shinya's Glitch. This is a 4-volume series that is just so remarkable. It's fantastic. I love it so much. Follows the siblings Minato and Akira Lee have moved to a new town, and they're expecting things to be different, but not this different. Ghostly figures tower over and pass through buildings, drawing no reaction from the locals, some of whom appear far from normal themselves. When Akira spots a strange creature outside her window, she and her new friends organize a search. If no one else can explain the uncanny appearances, the investigation club will get to the bottom of it. This is a really, really cool like sci-fi slice of life series, and like I said, the art style, as per usual, as you would expect from Shima Shinya, is gorgeous. It's very unique. I've talked about their art style in a video itself, so if you want to hear my opinions on Shima Shinya and their art style, go check out that video. I'll probably leave it linked over here. But yeah, this series is really cool. The characters, once again, extremely well written. The story is actually pretty interesting and complex. I kind of like how they intertwine the various sci-fi elements along with just kind of like the simple slice of life that's going on, and having this pretty interesting overarching mystery that definitely doesn't necessarily get solved by the end per se, or completely solved, but it leaves a lot for your interpretation, which I do appreciate for a mystery series. So if you're looking for something a little bit different with a sci-fi mystery twist, I think Glitch will be right up your alley. Alright, so something a little bit lighthearted. This is The Girl with the Sanpaku Eyes from Shinsuke Sarato. This is a 5-volume series, and it follows a story about this girl here who has Sanpaku Eyes, and she is totally down bad for this dude in her class. It is genuinely adorable. This series is so cute. They're so funny. The art style is great. It is in mostly full color. I say mostly because there are obviously still some black and white here and there, but the color is great. The facial expressions are hilarious. There's a lot of really just cute moments between the two of them, and I just really like the series. It's so good. I'll read the back to you really quick. Meet Amane Mizuno. She's a girl with fierce Sanpaku eyes, a soft and pure heart, and she has fallen for a boy named Katou who has the exact opposite attitude. Will Amane ever be able to tell him how she feels? So yeah, really wonderful. It's very lighthearted. It's a breeze to read. If you like rom-coms, I think you will love this series. All right, up next, this is Neighborhood Story from Ai Yazawa, and this actually does not have a description in the back, but basically it follows a story about a bunch of these kids who go to like this kind of like art school in a way. A lot of them are in fashion. There's some who are like in like this like tech kind of stuff. But yeah, it's basically about their friendship and as they proceed to pursue their dreams in fashion or whatever they happen to be doing. So it's really, really fun. If you've ever read an Ai Yazawa work, I bet you'll have a great time with it. The characters are very well written. The art style is great. And there's some really great fashion design just in general in the series. So I really do appreciate that. And this release is really, really nice. It is a 4-volume series, so it's not super long. But you will get some great color pages here and there, which is really lovely. And all of them will have these French flaps. This is a special edition from Kinokuniya, but the original one also does have French flaps as well. Alright, up next, this one is a kind of like a BL series. I don't know if it's labeled as a BL, but it is definitely follows like a boys' love story. But this is New York, New York from Marimo Muragawa. This is a 2 omnibus volume series. So there's 4 volumes total, technically. And it follows a story about these 2 on the frontier who end up falling in love with one another. One of them is a policeman, and the other one is kind of, well, you'll have to see the story. But I'll read the back for you. Police officer Kane Walker has gone to great lengths to prevent his coworkers, family, and friends from finding out he's gay. But when Kane meets Mel Fredericks, he realizes at once that his whole world is about to change. For the first time, Kane wants more than a one-night stand, but a relationship carries risks, discovery not at least among them. Battling with others' expectations and biases and his own, Kane struggles to balance his desire for secrecy with his feelings for Mel at a time when being out could cost him dearly. Set in New York in the 1990s, this heartbreaking love story makes its English debut in a beautiful, oversized omnibus edition. This series is extremely intense and in a good and a bad way. These 2 are very good and also very bad with one together. There are about 5 bajillion trigger warnings, I'm going to be completely honest, ranging from like what you would expect to like, oh wow, that's a lot. But this is an extremely intense series. It definitely has I would say a major flip from the first omnibus volume into the second omnibus volume. The first omnibus volume focuses more on the relationship in a way, as well as adding some action, while the second part's kind of more of like a thriller, which is interesting. It makes for a very fantastic and very interesting read, something that you're not really going to expect. But if you're looking for a nice, very fairly toxic love story, I think you will enjoy New York, New York. Alright, up next, this is a 3-volume series, and that is Tokyo These Days from Taiyo Matsumoto. I love this series, and it's another one that does not have a back cover to tell you anything about it, but basically it follows the story of a manga editor who is well-renowned within his publishing company, but he decides to leave because it seems like he's kind of just over it. He doesn't want to be a part of it anymore, and it's about the fallout of him leaving and how that affects the manga artists, the various editors that looked up to him and asked him for advice, as he decides to pursue what he wants out of life. So it's a very thought-provoking read. It'll have you thinking about your own life throughout it. There's a lot of characters who contemplate like their lives in general and like what they're doing, what their legacy is going to be. It's a really beautiful and touching story. I did really enjoy this, although it can be a little bit sad sometimes, and I just really enjoy Taiyo Matsumoto's art style. It is a very unique art style, that's for sure, but it's, I think, beautiful nonetheless. If you're looking for kind of more of a like intense, not necessarily, I guess like a human drama, I think you will enjoy this quite a bit. Alright, up next, if you're looking for a historical fiction set in Victorian England, we have ourselves Emma. This is a 5 omnibus volume series from Kaoru Mori, and to read you the back, we have ourselves calling upon his former governess, William Jones. Gentleman is startled when his knock is answered by an uncommonly beautiful servant, the soft-spoken Emma. Throughout his visit, William's eyes drift to the maid whenever she enters the room, and he contrives to meet Emma socially as she goes about her errands. But London society is a web of strict codes and divisions. For the son of a wealthy merchant, seeking out a working-class girl is simply not done. William's father plans for his son to marry into the peerage and elevate the Jones family to greater heights, but although William says and does what is expected of him, he longs only for Emma's company. So if you're looking for a very dramatic historical romance fiction story, this one is great. It's very lovely. The art style is absolutely gorgeous. Keiichiro Mori is one of my favorite mangaka because she just knows how to draw really beautiful backgrounds and extremely detailed characters and all of that. So if you just want to read it for the art alone, it's fantastic in that aspect. But the story is great too. Some really lovely characters that you get to meet throughout the story, and some beautiful pining, and really just. It's just really well done. The emotional aspects are great. The story is well done. It moves and flows so easily that it makes for just a very easy read from start to finish. So I highly suggest this if you're looking for like a historical fiction with a whole lot of romance and a whole lot of drama. On two more series for you guys. So first up is a manga I just talked about in this video, and that is going to be Ping Pong, and there is 2 omnibus volumes of this wonderful series from Taiyo Matsumoto. It follows a story about these 2 characters. You can kind of see them, they're right here. That's Peko, and I'm blanking on the other character, but this series is amazing. If you want to talk about a story that just hits on so many different levels, from a action standpoint, the action is really well done for the Ping Pong. If you're talking about an emotional drama, hits that as well. A coming of age story as well. It's so well done. It's basically kind of just these 2 characters who love playing ping pong, and how their trajectories are switching as you move throughout the series. It's really, really well done. The story hits, like I said, on so many different levels. The story beats are quick, and there's a lot of awesome characters that all kind of have these different kinds of emotions towards ping pong, and you get to watch as their lives evolve as they grow older. So it's really, really beautiful. I love it so much. The anime is fantastic as well, but I would highly suggest checking out this wonderful sports drama. And last but not least for this video, we have ourselves Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko from Hitoshi Ashinano. There is 5 omnibus volumes of this absolutely amazing series. So amazing, in fact, that I did a video completely on it because I was completely blown away. I said completely so many times, wow. I was blown away reading this series. I've never read anything like it, and I'm not sure if I ever will again, but it's so wonderful. They follow the story about this android robot, whatever you want to call her. Her name is Alpha, and she runs a coffee shop in Japan, kind of in the middle of nowhere. And as you read through it, you kind of see that Japan has kind of sunk. It looks like the entire world has been hit by some kind of cataclysmic disaster. Not really spoken about in the story because that is not the point of the story. This is such a strangely peaceful series, knowing that they're in basically the apocalypse without being in the apocalypse. But you just feel so serene. It's so calming, and there's just so many beautiful moments throughout this series that genuinely brought kind of tears to my eyes. I wasn't crying per se, but I felt a lot of emotions welling up. Feelings of kind of missing home, but also appreciating where you are in life, and just kind of enjoying what you have at this time. It's really well done. It's really well grounded. I love this series to death. It is so amazing, and I highly suggest checking it out as well. Anyways, that is going to be it for this video. Have you read any of these series before? Let me know in the comments below. Or are you planning to read any of these series? Let me know in the comments below. I love these series a lot, and that's why I want to talk about them, because yeah, they're just series that mean a lot to me in various aspects. Some of them for their action, and some of them for more of their the human drama. If you notice, there's a lot of human drama stories in this particular batch of series, but that's because I like human drama. I think it's really, it really helps to help you understand yourself as well. So, yeah, if there is anything that you would like to check out, let me know in the comments below and see it, because I want to see what you guys are interested in. Or do you have any other short series that you're interested in? Anything from 5 volumes or below that you think I should check out? Let me know in the comments below. And you know what to do. You can like, you can comment, you can subscribe. Those are all amazing things, and I love it when you do it. It means so much. Your support is awesome. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!